Look, it's time to relaunch. Me, your friendly neighborhood, Dr.Ben, back here with another comic book review. We have two comic books today. Well, no, I'm only going to review one, but we're just, we have this other one here. We're going to look at this title that would show people. A lot of people think this is, so that this Below Ambition by Simon Hanselmann is his weakest work, the weakest link in the Hanselmann universe. The weakest link to be able to penetrate the mysteries presented within with Meg and Werewolf Jones and the cat Mog and Owl and the entire cast of characters, right? Because anyways, several books, because besides these, here's the other one. I just had it. The way I got really to know Simon's work was from following his daily Crisis Zone comic, right? Which, if you're on Instagram or the internet back in 2020, you'll remember that there was a time when a lot of businesses were closed. Things were all upside down. Things were changed. Many people were confined to their houses, hospital rooms, etc. Lockdowns. The pandemic crisis. So this was Simon's work he did in that 2020 time, that 2020 year when we all that shit happened, right? That was his initial response, was to just make a daily comic, and that's what this is. Every day would be a page, And he finished it. I can't remember when. October, November, something. Anyways, it's good, like 200 pages probably. I don't know if it even says how many pages it is. Ooh, surviving librarians file under history, horror, and anal. History, horror, anal. Everyone got fucked in 2020. Up the anal. But anyways, we're not covering the Crisis Zone today, right? Like, if you want to cover the Crisis Zone, if you want to have a long, drawn-out discussion of the 2020 shit, I think that'd be fun, but I'd need more people in order to do that. It'd be hard to do that on my own. And especially, I'd need someone, We're not covering this today. We're covering Below Ambition, right? Which, like I said, some people think is like the weakest work or not good. I don't know if they say not good. I'm not sure. That was kind of my initial impression as well. Like, I had gotten it, the pre-ordered it through the publisher, Fantagraphics. And, they sent it to me. I think you got a little mini disc, a little record mini disc as well. And, I was excited. Okay, here it is. Let's see what this is. And I started reading it, and, for people who don't know, this is Meg. She's kind of like the main character through all of Simon's works here. He has side characters that make solo stories and whatnot, but she's sort of like the orbit that they all go around. And this, of course, is Werewolf Jones, right? And they have a band together. They play music together, among other things. They're friends. They're just, the whole bit with Simon's work here, and with all of these. This other one, I love this one because it's got that cover. Look at that. A urine guard. Read this in the bathroom, and no worries about it getting. Why don't we have a urine guard for this one? That would have been too on the nose, probably. Anyways, I started reading this one, and it was just very very slow. You know, I was reading it, and it's them, they're talking, and it's actually kind of funny because that's how it even starts off, right? Like Meg comes over to Jones's house here, and she's like, they're supposed to practice, and he's just working on hats, making his little felt hats or whatever. And she's like asking him here, she's like, you know, are you gonna be done soon? Yeah, there's no fucking rush. She's like, well, actually, the last bus is at 5:30 and we have a lot to do. Well, for fuck's sake. There's pills on the table. I'll be fucking done soon. Literally take a chill pill. Another hour later. Can I at least set my gear up? Do we even need to practice? Like at this point, do we even need to practice though? Like, come on. I don't want to sound too tight, like some fancy conservatorium cunts. Oh, I came all the way out here. I want to practice. Maybe in a bit. I gotta take a bath. You know what I mean? Like it was just like it starts off with just such a God, fuck it, damn it, you know. And she leaves. She just leaves. Sits there another hour, angrily, and then leaves. She's in the neighborhood where people are stabbing each other. It's a dangerous neighborhood. That's just like one little what was that? One little story. Practice. That's what I'm saying. It's like made up of these little bits. Like Simon does 1 and 2 page comics, in addition to like longer ones. And so that's what I mean. It is kind of like, it reads kind of awkwardly because a lot of them are just these kind of, like this one, you know, like it's just such it maintains an attitude of impatience, like waiting. Why? It's so they make you laugh more, or they make me laugh more, like on reflection, or whether even like during, I don't know. But the whole book is kind of them playing. There's a lot of Werewolf Jones's genitalias spraying, and you know, all the normal degeneracy that you could expect in a Meg Mug and Werewolf Jones and Owl comic. And this one is mainly, I think that's the thing too, that this one is kind of odd because it's like, it's really just focused on Meg and Werewolf Jones. You know what I mean? Like there's a couple other times, and we have these other side characters like Dracula Jr. He shows up, but not too many others. I think the bear guy might show up briefly. Oh, Mike is in the audience. Or Jen. I can't see. That's the other thing too, is there a lot of the stories kind of like take place in like a distorted linear track. You know what I'm saying? Like there'll be stories from the past and stories from the future, and sometimes it's not quite clear where exactly different ones take place. You know, like it's almost like I wonder. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it can be hard to tell where they are, and also there's different. I don't know if there's lore or if there's canon or spoilers. Oh, they're doing that. Yeah, there's sex stuff too. Yeah, lots of that. Ninjas, fighting, arguing with people. There's a lot of like heckling at like the show. That's what I'm saying. Like it's mainly the two of them, Booger, I could not remember her name. Booger is the snake lady. There's a lot of like heckling at like shows though. There's comedy shows and there are band shows that they do where like they play their, is there another one in here where they play? Yeah, there's another, they play at the end too. You know, they both have keyboards and microphones and, and their band is called Horse Mania as well. I guess that's the other thing we should point out. Maybe like a shoegaze, techno. I don't know how you would do that. I always just think it's funny for some reason that's the band, is they're just like both of them with keyboards, just like bleep, bleep, bleep. And that's the thing too, is Simon, there's a couple, he has I think there's a couple videos still of like him performing different comics. Like they'll like project the panels, go through a comic with showing each panel on the screen, and with him reading it and doing musical accompaniment as well. So I believe he must also play the keyboard, I guess. That must be kind of you know, the bit about playing keyboards is not just theoretical. He's also played the keyboard himself. Yeah, because it's a video of him playing the keyboard. Yeah. You can't fake playing it, you know. But that's what I'm saying. It is like a little bit more awkward than the other ones. Like that's but yeah, because this one becomes like, it goes from like these first couple like early 1 or 2 page little stories to then like a really extended, is this it? Oh yeah, there's the bear. The bear is there as well, that guy. A lot of interesting characters. Is this all this one? See, that's the thing, like, I think it is. This one is supposed to be called Local Bar. And it looks like it goes on for like, oh. No, I have no idea now. Okay. But this is the part I'd highlighted. I highlighted this before. I don't remember if I just posted the pictures of it when Werewolf Jones writes on the band's CDs that's next to them. Like he scribbles like, they're called what? Urban, what was the band's called first? Urban Planners with a Z, and he crosses out planners and writes poofters, or urban cunts is the other one. Like the guy gets back and sees it. Let me make sure we're getting the good. Oh shit, we hit the whole thing. This is gonna be a fun one. Okay, we'll make sure. Okay. Clear that up. Excellent. Hey dude, what the? Some kid was fucking around at your table. Who? Can you point them out? Fuck's sake. This is a fucking hate crime. Slurs. Yeah, it was, he sees like his own kid up there. He's like, Jackson? Of course. Oh, it was him. The kid in the red shorts. Right. Clap, and he goes up there and picks him up and starts yelling at him, which, I mean, you can't really do that anyways, even if they did. But I mean, I suppose that's what we've seen. That's what they do anyways with slurs. Anything's okay if you're responding to a slur, but yeah, fuck him up. That kid's got the worst fucking taste. Who? What? Look back, and it's not like his kid at all. It's just some other random kid, and he's just like, oh, I thought I saw one of my kids. Where are we? I want to go home. And I think that's... I need to lay down. All right, you guys are on in 5. It's like the perfect time to go on to play is when you're just ready to vomit and go to sleep. Oh right, we're Horse Mania. And she's just like trashed. He wanted to call the band Poofter Basher. The other band is like, huh? Wait a second, what? Oh, okay, settle down, Meg. You want to do weird shit, go home, or sick of hearing about it? My keyboard is not plugged in. What's going on? Like, I think that would be a funny band to see, but also at the same time, I think I have seen that band play. I've probably done stand-up routines that are sort of like this. Actually, this actually reminds me of like the times that I've done stand-up at bars and whatnot. I feel like I'm just ready to collapse, throw up, and so I thought that was fun. But the end, I don't do spoilers and show you every aspect of a book, but just to show what I'm talking about, this is in the future, right? 7-inch, and this is Meg's daughter, apparently, right? Because like we see a picture of the Horse Mania 7-inch EP. Mommy, what's this? You're in a band? What? Oh God, where did you find that? That's what I'm saying. Like this is in the future, I think. Unless is this supposed to be 2024? Or is this supposed to be even further in the future? We don't know. I don't think it says either. I don't know if there's a specific timeline established for everything. I'm not sure how exactly that works with these universe of books, but it does show you the other ones here. I believe these are all of them, and then there's a couple like smaller comics. I think Werewolf Jones and Sons that just came out. I think this is the first Meg and Log book, 2014, Megahex. Dated and Dicey. Oh no, don't cancel me. No, what? Megan Mogg in Amsterdam, 2016. An expansion pack for Megahex. More of the same set during Megahex. One More Year from 2017. Another expansion for Megahex. 2019. It's Bad Gateway. That's 4 so far. Seeds and Stems, which is the odds and ends, the B-side. So I guess, yeah, this is all kind of like the continuing story, I guess. Is that what it is? And then these are Seeds and Stems is like it says little odds and ends, B-sides, Crisis Zone, which was, as we discussed, from the Instagram. So I only have these, and this one, of course. The other ones we've read, borrowed from the library, which they're nice books though. They're the one thing I've with them is that they're all large books, like this Crisis Zone. This is a big, it's nice and thick. I like that, but like the book itself, look at that, it's huge. This is 8.5 by 11 or whatever. So I like the smaller books better, I think. Easier to handle, store, even display. I don't know, unless there was a big, I think he might even, he did like a big art book, because that's the other thing, is there is, he does like paintings. That's a painting, I think. Fun book though, fun book. But I feel like I said, like some people say they think it's like the weakest. I think that might be. I would probably agree. I like all of them so far. But I think if you haven't read his stuff and it looks interesting, you're like, I want to read about a degenerate witch lady and a werewolf, an owl, and a snake, reptilian snake lady. Is that what she is? All the other assorted characters, vampires, bear people, you know, all the assorted characters. It's like, oh, it might be kind of fun. It is, you know, as long as you like, it's very, very kind of reminds me of like Seinfeld, sort of, or I think Simon talks about Frasier being a big influence. I think there's something where like, it seems like there was one where the owl character was watching Frasier, maybe. I'm not sure. But I feel like if you see this one's kind of maybe like easier to get into. Like I said, it's not as thick compared to like Seeds and Stems book or the Crisis Zone, obviously. But if you're not quite sure, there is like fun bits in it, and that's, I think, the best way to approach a lot of the stories, because you know, it is like it's all dealing with like these people that are like characters that are you know, they've got all kinds of trauma. Is trauma the right word? No, drama. You know, they have all sorts of arguments and fights and entanglements back and forth. You know, like like I said, it's like a group character sort of comedy, but also like maybe like a black comedy, if that's the right word, where it's, you know, like that gallows humor. That's the other thing. I've heard a lot of people say that Hanselmann is controversial, or he's troublesome, or what's the other word? Problematic. And you know, if you're the person that's gonna be like, oh, problematic and troublesome, I shouldn't get. Well, okay. Why are you watching my channel anyways? How did you get this far? How did you get here? But you know, it's not that he's like promoting anything or even really against anything. It's just showing like these fun characters. You know, like who doesn't know they have their own Werewolf Jones character in their life, the crazy, you know, the Kramer, the character who's just crazy and says anything and just turns everything into you know, they multiply every situation in complicated ways. You're just like, oh my gosh, why did you do that? They're fun though. They're fun. So like I said, I think I would agree it's like the weakest, but weak isn't really like the right word. Like, I think it's maybe like the easiest part you could read and get into it. And if you're like, okay, then move on to tackling the whole universe of the Megan Mog and the Megahex universe. Maybe that's what it is, the Megahex universe. Which actually, I guess if this was the first one, this is actually, it says it's from 2014. So this is 2024, so that's 10 years. Simon's been putting these out, so congratulations. A decade of your Megan Mog comics being published. And now there was even a Halloween cartoon of the Meg and the other characters during last year on Hulu or something. I can't remember the show. The Palomini something with a P, Palomini brothers or something or other. Fun stuff. Well, so that's it. You know, like I said, it's definitely time to relaunch. This Saturday, if you're local, you know, I'll be at Pretty Good Books. There's going to be the big indie author bash. Chelsea Banning will be there. of Crowns and Legends writer. I'll have my last few copies of Silent, and you know, everyone who gets a copy of Silent also gets a free copy of How to Draw Comics the 1963 way, the underground conclusion to the Alan Moore 1963 comic book series. It was never concluded. To take the underground comics that I made. Yeah, it's me. I did it. I finished it. Look, here it is. The dinosaur, the other guys, all this stuff. Finished it for you. There you go. So you get a copy of Silent, you get a free copy of 1963, and then that's it. They're gone. And then, you know, the next thing I'm going to be doing Relaunch. Let's check that out too. We're going to have a crowdfund go up for the Relaunch manga book. Till then, you know, go get a copy. Any of these though, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you see any of these around, I'd pick them up because they're fun. You know what I mean? Like even the B-sides. This was the first one I bought. I really liked it, and you know, he posts a lot of the stuff on his Instagram or online. You can find a lot of the comics. Even Crisis Zone might even still be all up on Instagram. I don't know how you'd have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of, I don't know how you would do that. It'd take forever to go through. Anyways, maybe you know how to work Instagram better than me, but I think all of the original Crisis Zone comics yeah, it is, you know, it strikes me as this is like something that some people would be like, look at this degenerate pornography. It's filth. And if you're looking at this as like pornography, like there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is I mean, they are technically, Werewolf Jones is naked, and he does have a genitalia there. But I mean, it's like a loop with another loop. Yeah. See his shit, he's sitting there with no underwear. Oh my gosh. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at this and like, it's pornographic. What? There's something wrong with you. This is like comics. This is cartooning at its finest. You know what I'm saying? This is Garfield. This is frickin' High and Lois or Blondie or whatever. This is it. This is Ranma. This is the whole Ranma. This isn't half a Ranma. This is a whole Ranma right here. But good stuff. Good stuff. Check them out. That's like I said. If you're offended by looking at that, what the hell are you doing reading my comics anyways? You know, like my stuff is always, I don't care about drawing. Anyways, like I said, go check them out. I'm gonna be doing a series. I'm gonna be doing a series on Jack the Ripper comics. I showed this before. I got the last issue I was missing for this Blood of the Innocent comic book series. Let me move these guys out of the way. I'm gonna be going over this pretty soon, sooner than later. It's Mark Wheatley and Mark Hempel. I wonder how they distinguish Mark with a K, Mark with a C. It's Dracula and Jack the Ripper. This came out in 1986. Oh, and it's got, this is the other thing too, this is like really cool because in the back it has a bunch of, it's got a little thing written by Robert Bloch. And then there's other, it has like little back matter that's like really cool. Which I always like that. If you get a comic book and there's like little extra back stuff, that's always fun. Like, Ed Brubaker's Criminal series, that's what I loved with that. Anyways, I'm gonna be going over this. I'm going over this and the other one. Here's the other one. Oh shit. And we're gonna be going, I'll spend a whole day going over the Gotham by Gaslight, because this Batman one, because this thing is just beautiful. You know, this is, I want to like go over this like just in detail. This one's like smaller, but it's like Mike Mignola and P. Craig Russell. Well, look at that. It's got an introduction by Robert Bloch. And then this has a special feature by Robert Bloch. Oh, that's a nice crossover. And they're both about Jack the Ripper. Yeah, the Gotham by Gaslight is 1888 or 1889. I think this one might be 1889. How is this? I can't remember. It's Jack the Ripper in Gotham in 1880s or 1890s. At the time of Jack the Ripper. He leaves England. Jack the Ripper comes to Gotham City. Oh no! So yeah, it's a really cool though. But and also we're gonna have a surprise special mystery, another comic about Jack the Ripper that will be here shortly. So that's what I'm saying. Like once that's gonna be the next series. Next series. I'm gonna do some others, and keep reading comics and doing my thing. Till then, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, kids.